In this video, we're going to give you an insane money, gold, and everything else glitch in Baldur's Gate 3. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel. We give you the secrets to crush Baldur's Gate 3. So I've got level 2 characters here, and we're able to clean out all the merchants, spend no gold doing it, no cheat codes. This works on PC because that's the only version that's out right now on August 10th, and it works with the latest patch, August 10th, 2023. So how do we do this? I'm in the Emerald Grove. This is the first time you're going to come across merchants, and there's this little halfling merchant dude. And what you want to do is you're going to want to have a Xbox controller, right? You need to have an Xbox controller to do this, or some type of game controller, but an Xbox controller makes sense. So I've got my Xbox controller plugged into my PC, and it defaults to me just like using my mouse and keyboard. That's normally how I play a PC game. But if you press the Xbox controller, then you will be able to switch between the Xbox controller, and we're going to switch from the mouse and keyboard. So first we want to approach the merchant with the Xbox controller in control, and we're going to press A to speak to him, and then when we're prompted, we're going to press Y to open the trade menu. And then when we're in the trade menu, then we're going to use a right click on the mouse, and you'll see how the menu changes. It changes its size, and by changing its size, now you can do right click, send to camp, and that's the only thing you want to do. You want to make sure that you don't send it to your companions, because that will be considered stealing. But if you send it to camp, anything in the merchant's inventory is going to go to camp, and then you can loot it in camp, right? Once you're done looting everything in his inventory. So you just take everything out of his inventory, or just take the gold out, or just take the golden potions. I would say always take out the camp supplies, or if there's no camp supplies, food, because we're going to use camp supplies to reset the merchant and come back and get more gold, right? So this guy's going to have between like 400 and 600 pieces of gold each time. And once we're done cleaning out his inventory, then we're going to exit and go to camp and sleep. It also doesn't matter which one of your companions you do this with, so it's not like you need to use Larian because he's good at pickpocketing or anything. This is not about pickpocketing. I've tried pickpocketing. You're probably going to get in trouble. You're going to have to either kill the merchant, or you're going to have to go to jail, or you're going to have to save and reload. There's no saving and reloading with this. So we're just going to camp, and then we're picking up our gold, right? And our gold and everything else, right? You know, some of those items are like $500 or 500 gold items, you know, so we could sell those later if this was ever patched, or we needed the money, or we found a better merchant. We can sell those armor items, and we just pick up the gold, right? So we can send the gold to, once we're in camp, we can send it to whichever member of our party we want to have the gold with. And then just remember, when you're in his menu, do not send to an associate, or he's going to fight you. Now, I'm also doing this with Auntie Ethel, right? She's also in the Emerald Grove here. She doesn't have as much stuff, but that also makes it, maybe if you're taking everything quicker, she has some good potions and some good potion supplies. She also sells a little bit of food, but the downside is she doesn't sell a full camp supplies, so to reset her, you might eventually have to go back to the other merchant to get more food. And so, same thing here. I would just say be careful when you hit the Xbox controller key, and then you want to talk to Auntie Ethel, make sure you're talking to her, not stealing, right? So that's why it's good to save. It's really easy to hit A and then steal right next to her, whereas you want to hit A to talk to her, and then you hit Y to go to the menu, and then you hit right click, and the menu will change. The selling menu will change. You will see the difference in it. And then you can right-click Send to Camp, right? All the items that you want in the merchant's inventory is going to cost you absolutely nothing. And you can do this as much as you want. I think if you're just going for gold, you could do this once a minute for sure, and you get about 500 gold. So, 30 times 1,000, that's 30,000 an hour if you're just going for gold. If you're going for all this other stuff, which is also really cool, right, all these scrolls and potions, then it's going to take you longer each run. But every time I would say go for the gold, the potions, and the camp supplies. That's what I would do personally, because Baldur's Gate 3 is not the hardest game, but it's also not a walk in the park. I found, like, once you get past the prologue, it's really easy for all your party to die with these little skirmish encounters. So, for instance, in the chapel, if you're not loaded up with a ton of potions to heal you, you're going to find that you're going to be scraping along unless you are doing this money glitch. And this is an awesome infinite money glitch. I don't know if they're going to patch it. Like I say, this is a PC type thing because you're using an Xbox controller and then going to the PC mouse. So I don't think this will probably not translate to a console whenever they come out with the console version. They're supposed to come out with the PS5 version in about a month. But this definitely works on PC. So let me know your thoughts about what are the best ways to make money in the game. What do you like about the game? Obviously, you could do console commands. I don't like console commands. I feel like that's kind of cheating. I don't like the cheat codes. I don't like to give some other person control of my PC that I don't trust. So that's why I prefer this method. Also, my feeling is glitches. Glitches are mistakes, or the developers make the rules. They make the glitches, and it's fair game for us to exploit them while they exist. Alright, subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel. We give you the secrets to crush Baldur's Gate 3. And I just think this is so much easier than the pickpocketing. There's so many downsides to pickpocketing. This is far quicker than pickpocketing, and you don't have to worry about dice rolls and the consequences of losing those dice rolls. And essentially, if you're going to do a lot of pickpocketing, you're going to have to save scum. And I think this is definitely quicker and much better than save scumming with pickpocketing. Good luck, adventurers. Bye-bye. Oh, and I want to thank JingShing for showing me this glitch. I'll put a link to their video in the description.